Donald Trump and his associates have propagated a false narrative throughout the Mara Lago documents' history. Only Trump has suffered as a result of national lawlessness. This is completely absurd because, like everyone else, the Trump world is actually furious about how the law is being applied to it. Trump's up-and-down strategy is clearly failing, at least for the time being. This is because a new decision from the Federal Appeals Court allows the Justice Department to keep access to classified documents that were taken from the Trump resort town of Mara Lago. This temporarily overturned an earlier U.S. order favorable to Trump. Trump's attempts to evade responsibility for protecting national secrets were thwarted by District Judge Eileen M. Cannon. Trump was not above the law and was not entitled to benefits, the ruling stated repeatedly. Strangely enough, Trump made an appearance in the completely closed Fox News universe hosted by Sean Hannity on Wednesday night. It was treated as though the actual legal argument against it did not exist there. The ruling means that Trump's plan to use friendly judges to delay the investigation as long as possible has been strongly rejected. The Justice Department is requesting a limited ruling from the Cannon District Court and permanent access to more than 100 classified documents that were seized during the search. The court acknowledged this, but it also made it abundantly clear that the investigation would continue and that Trump's claims would not come to pass in the long run. Stephen Latek, a law professor at the University of Texas at Austin, stated, "This is a complete disclaimer of responsibility for the district court's decision. Many of the questionable claims that stopped were meticulously refuted in the decision of the Court of Appeals. First, the bizarre claim that some of the seized documents had become private property was the basis for the ruling's rejection of Trump's claim that he had a legitimate interest in the classified documents. The latter circumstance does not apply to documents that are truly confidential, as stated in the charter. Why plaintiffs should have a personal interest or require hundreds of confidential documents is beyond our comprehension. Which of these secrets is Trump using?" The ruling also called Trump's claim that he leaked the documents a red herring. In conclusion, he makes the observation that the fact that Trump did not return them does not imply that he would be interested in doing so. In a nutshell, this decision reaffirms Trump's lack of rights to these documents. You are part of society. In addition, the decision states that the public has a right to investigate whether assets owned by the government pose a serious threat to national security and, if so, in what ways. Undermining one of Cannon's most controversial claims that Trump, as a former president, will face unusual stigma regarding ongoing criminal prosecutions, the decision provides lower courts with grounds to drop the investigation. Trump was found not to be entitled to make such an assumption by the ruling. Any potential accused can use the stigma associated with the prosecution as an argument for judicial intervention. Naturally, Cannon is making the point that Trump was not a potential defendant for a long time because I needed a favor. In short, the verdict is that he shouldn't. The ruling, taken as a whole, demonstrates that the law ought to apply to Trump in the same way that it applies to everyone else. He had no magical abilities to use as a warrior. It is unable to conceal public documents. He hasn't been given the extra attention that would set him apart from other potential defendants. Vladek stated that this restores normalcy to the kidnapping dispute. In a nutshell, Trump is not the one who suffers. At least for the time being, it is governed by law. Even after that decision was overturned, it is surprising how much Trump and his propagandists painted him as the victim of prosecutorial abuse. The following Hannity-related conversation was covered by Aaron Rupert, a journalist. Trump said that the FBI had planted criminal information in Mara Lago during that conversation. "Did you add anything to that pile, Trump, or will you do so later?" Here, there is no chain of command. "Isn't that Hannity in the video?" Trump, "I know. I don't believe so. You're in a space. You're in a space." You may recall Trump's threat to release surveillance footage of Mara Lago, which would reveal the truly dishonest nature of the search, for some time. He hasn't announced anything yet, which is surprising. Hannity inquired as to whether the video corroborated Trump's claims, but Trump later accepted his justification and kindly